Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now celebrating 17 years of broadcasting success, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both on the radio dial in my home state of Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, as well as our online audience joining us worldwide, thanks to our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcasts. We're glad you all could be with us as well. What I shared with you guys not too long ago, there's a brand new show that's coming on January the 6th, and I'm really excited about that you guys can watch thanks to Facebook. It's called Heart to Heart. It was actually created by my good friend Sherry Elise, and we're excited to welcome not only the producer of that show, but also someone who's very active in helping other people bring their own goals and visions to life through video through her service, Digital Marketing Supply. We're excited to welcome Tracy Allen back to our program. We'll talk to Tracy not only about her own love of video and marketing, but also what it's been like for her to use her gifts to help others when bringing their own gifts to life. We'll talk to her about what it's like for her to be a part of Heart to Heart. And for those who are just now finding out about Tracy, we will let you guys know also how to stay connected with her. Tracy, welcome back to the program.
Hey there, thank you.
We're excited to have you back on. We're going to get into Heart to Heart a little bit later and remind our audience how they can be able to watch it, Tracy. But I want to talk about this journey because, you know, I've known you now for a few years, and it's been so interesting in kind of watching your journey and the work you've been able to do. And then, of course, we have mutual friends, which makes it even more cool. I want to talk about, you know, what this journey has been like for you. What has it been like for you to kind of reflect on how this all began for you when it came to marketing and video, and now where you are today?
Well, it's been pretty fascinating. You know, it's an area that as a child watching, and I know I'm dating myself, but watching Bewitched as a little girl, I loved the job that Darren Stevens had working for the advertising agency. And I said, you know, I want to do something like that, you know. And I grew up and then I thought, no, I don't want to do that. But then somehow it came back to me in 2010 when I started creating videos. I went to an event and just saw all of these people out there trying to sell their products and stuff. And I just wanted to help the small business person. And I said, man, I bet these people don't have any video presence online. And so I started asking people, who are you? What do you do? And would you like to be on YouTube? And so I started doing that, and it just led me to creating my own show on YouTube called The What Do You Do Show, where I interviewed local entrepreneurs on who they are and what they do. And again, it was my way of helping them to have a presence online, a video presence online. So, you know, that has been, you know, what led me up to this point where now I don't have to go out with my camera and tripod and all of this here stuff. We're able to do things right online and live stream it and allow people to interact live right on the spot. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, and I think, you know, when I was prepping for this segment, people are not following you on Instagram in particular, Tracy, they can find you as the Visual Innovators, one of the places that you were there. And what I thought was so interesting was we're looking at basically the last year in particular. I mean, you were the first person. In fact, you even sent me a calendar with the QR code on it. That in itself has become a gold mine for a lot of people. You know, the power of the QR code, do you think that's one of the things that you have been able to show people and how they can use that in being able to promote their businesses?
Yeah, it's been so interesting with that because last year I really tried to set the world on fire with the QR code. Hey, world, use this QR code. This is something that can help your business. And I felt like nobody was really listening. And then this year comes in, and all of a sudden, you know, people are like, hey, I need to start using that QR code so that people don't have to touch stuff. They can just scan it, you know. And so that's been real interesting. But there's just so many ways of being able to use a code beyond just the simple thing of just scanning it and going to a website. You know, there's so many ways to be able to bring it back and make it really personalized. You know, having it where maybe you change the code out because once it's printed, it can be changed. Like, let's say it's put on a physical product. The code can be changed to go to a different location as many times as you want. So if I wanted to have something weekly and tell people, hey, come back and scan this code every week to hear the latest information that you're not going to just get anywhere, that's something that can be done with the QR code. So there's all kinds of ways to implement great ideas using that piece of technology.
Right. And I want to give you some credit here, Tracy, on another level, because, again, when I was prepping for this, I watched a video you posted on Instagram. The date is February the 27th, before the country was really engulfed in COVID-19. Mm-hmm. The caption of the video said this: online, the QR code is not the best place to display its power, but offline, it can shine. I'm diving all in on the QR code. They are techniques that I'm teaching people through my QR code course and through my services that you're not going to find anywhere else. Let's connect so I can help you with the QR code campaign. Do you feel as though you were kind of ahead, especially in a year like 2020, ahead in kind of reminding people of the power of this?
Absolutely. It's such a trip because, in 2019, I was telling people that the QR code was an important thing, and then that's when I came out with the QR code course and everything else at the beginning of this year. But then also I was telling people that I wanted to help more businesses to go live, more people to do webinars and stuff, because people weren't using that technology enough. And so then all of a sudden when this pandemic hit, it was like, wow, and so now it's a whole lot more businesses that have made that leap over to like Zoom or what have you, so that they can start getting themselves seen and their products and services out there. So, it's interesting to just kind of watch some of the things that I'm paying attention to and getting ahead of prior to like the big push.
Yeah. Well, I know people are appreciating that as well. We're going to get more into that, Tracy. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, though, either on the radio side or online, you're listening to Conversations Live. We're excited to welcome back Tracy Allen to our program. Tracy is, of course, the founder of Digital Marketing Supply, where she's able to help you all to share your message through video and also marketing. But she's also a producer of a show I have an opportunity to be a part of called Heart to Heart that's debuting on January the 6th. We're going to talk about that here in just a bit. Before we get into Heart to Heart, Tracy, I want to go say this as a segue. I want to talk about your own comfort level. How did you get there? How did you get to a place where you were so comfortable in being able to share your message on camera?
Well, like I said, in 2010, that's when I decided I was ready to start my own business. I was working for a car dealership and was about to get laid off because they were going to go out of business. And I said, I'm going to start my own thing. And somebody said, well, whatever you do, make sure that you incorporate video. And I really didn't understand what he meant by that. And so that's what led me to doing the interviews and stuff. But at the same time, I, had sat down one day and I was ready to do a video of just me. And I paused for a moment. I was like, oh my gosh, wait a minute. I'm going to put my face and everything out there, and people are going to be looking at me and judging me. I was like, oh gosh, no. And then a little something said, Tracy, this is not about you. It's about your message. And you don't have to worry about it going viral or anything. Whoever needs to hear it is going to hear it, So that's it just made me step out on that faith. And so I've been doing this now for over 10 years, and so I'm extremely comfortable in front of the camera.
Yeah. So that leads us into what's getting ready to kick off January the 6th. You're being one of the producers for Heart to Heart. I have to ask you, because I don't know the story. So I remember when Sherry Elise, who created this show, and also is the co-executive producer, when she first told me about the vision, I was like, wow, this is different. This is different than what I've done over the years. What was it like for you when you first heard about what the vision was for Heart to Heart?
Well, it was really cool because Sherry and I only connected with each other over the past couple of years. And, last year and the beginning of this year is when I really started doing more live streaming and started telling people that, hey, I want to help produce shows. I want to help businesses to have their own shows. And so when she, told me, hey, this is what I want to do and I want you to be the producer, I was like, awesome. And so there's actually 2 shows that I'll be producing starting in January. So Heart to Heart is definitely one that I'm excited about, and the other one I'm excited about as well. But, Sherry's just such a joy. All of you guys are such a joy. So this one is super special to me.
Well, I'm excited about because I've never done what I consider, for lack of a better word, Tracy, an ensemble program before. So this is my first time. I've been a moderator of an ensemble show where there's different perspectives coming out. I've never been actually a co-host. So I'm excited about it for that. So I definitely invite our audience, if you guys have not, depending on how you're listening to us, if you guys are joining us on iHeartRadio, on Amazon Music Podcast, you will find the Facebook link for you guys to be able to go to. So it's facebook.com/Heart to Heart Show is where you guys can go. I invite you guys to follow the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. The tagline that Sherry has chosen is real people having real conversations, and I think that's going to be so great. And the big part that you're going to be a part of, Tracy, is that the audience gets to be almost a co-host as well because they're able to engage. What is that like for you as a producer and someone who's into video and interaction? What is that like for you to have the audience kind of be a part of this with us?
I love you pointing that out, the fact that the audience is kind of like co-hosts as well, because that's the whole thing about live. And so for me, I'll be behind the scenes. No one will get to see me, and that's fine. I'm going to be having fun, making sure that I pay attention to what's going on and move you guys around for there to not just be a stale look to the show, making sure that really good questions get, front and center so that people can see that this person threw that question out there and it was a really great question or good feedback or whatever. So I know that it's going to be very exciting, a lot of fun, and very informative, and it's going to go so fast.
Yeah. You know what? I think that's the other side of this, too, is that, when we were first talking about it, it was like 30, I'm like, guys, 30 minutes goes by. I have learned from doing this show. I mean, we're already 15 minutes into this conversation. It's like
right.
It is so amazing how quickly. But that also says a lot about energy, and I think, having now, being a part of this, I should mention the other hosts as well. As I mentioned, Sherry Lease, who is the creator and the co-executive producer, she also is one of the co-hosts. We also have Rich Osagara, who I just met thanks to Sherry. My friend Patrice Tanaka is also a co-host. So I'm excited about being able to kind of have this engaging conversation weekly with all of them, again, beginning on January the 6th. So I hope you guys are making plans to be able to join us again. If you're joining us online, you guys will find the Facebook fan page for the show. It's Heart to Heart Show is where you guys can go. Definitely invite you guys to go there. Also, we want you guys to join us on YouTube as well, and you'll find that information on the site as well. So, Tracy, you mentioned something great, that there are 2 shows currently that you're going to be producing, but this is something that you do all the time. This is something that you're there for, to help people out there who may have a show idea, whatever. What advice would you give to someone who may be thinking, you know what, 2021 might be the year that I want to start my own program? What do they need to know before contacting you?
They need to know that they need to be on camera, that they, have a purpose. What is it that you want to convey to the world? What is it that you want to tap into? Like, this show is going to be so unique because we're going to be talking about, or you guys are going to be talking about all kinds of things. But, whatever it is that a person is, really focused in on, what's their niche, and how comfortable are they in front of the camera? Do they want it to be just themselves? Do they want to have other guests? So, just kind of figuring out what they want that show to look like and what's the ultimate goal Are they trying to make sales? Are they trying to change lives? What is it that they want to do? And then I love brainstorming with people. So if anyone wants to just kind of run through some ideas, they can definitely reach out to me. Plus, on the platform that we're using, I've been giving what I call open house virtual tours, where I take people onto the platform and allow them to take a look at what it looks like from the inside, and then they're able to get a feel for how they could do their own thing. So I do the tours for free. I'm not sure if I'm going to do one this Friday, but I am going to definitely have one for next Friday, and that will be the last one, January 8th, I believe that is.
Okay.
And so if anybody's interested, they can always contact me through my my website, digitalmarketingsupply.com, and just send me a message and let me know that they, whatever their concerns are, whatever their thoughts are, they can share them with me there.
All right, so digitalmarketingsupply.com is that website. Again, everyone, Tracy Allen, she's a producer of the new show Heart to Heart, again, premiering on January the 6th. You guys can be able to watch it live, and we really want you guys live because, as I mentioned, you guys are going to be our co-hosts. So we want you guys to be there with us, engaging with us, asking questions, letting us know your thoughts. That's going to be live at 2 p.m. Eastern. That's 1 p.m. for our friends in Mississippi. That's Central Time, and 11 a.m. Pacific Time. So make sure you guys make plans, again, to join us at Facebook at Heart to Heart Show, as well as on YouTube as well. Tracy, so excited about this adventure. Glad to be on this ride with you, and thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Cyrus.
Hey, thank you for that, and we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Let's make today amazing. Take care.